Number 25, Goodfellas. Although probably not Martin Scorsese's best movie, Goodfellas is definitely his most entertaining film. Everything about this movie is outstanding, from the camera work to the editing, to the performances, to the choice of music, to the cinematography. Everything in this movie is top notch from start to finish. All the violence in the film is very graphic. The film has an energy that most movies can just strive for and never even come close. There's moments where it just slows down and shows how cool it is, like this scene with De Niro smoking a cigarette for like 30 seconds. Badass. And of all the movies I've seen that deals with the mob, this is the one that feels the most dangerous, the most realistic, the most just frantic and paranoid, to where it feels like, the mob actually was making the film right along with them.
For a second, I thought I was dead.
Number 24, Edward Scissorhands. This is the first movie director Tim Burton and Johnny Depp worked together on, and it's still my favorite. I've always found it strange that video stores classify this film under comedy all the time. Sure, it has funny moments here and there, but overall it's a very sad story. I don't know why it's in the comedy. It should be taken out immediately. This also has my favorite Danny Elfman score, which I think is just outstanding. And, oh, well, here we go. Here's one of those funny parts. Ha ha ha, it's comedy. Ha 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 ha. I still don't really understand what Edward Scissorhands really is. I know he was invented by this guy up in this old house, but, he's not really a robot, but he's kind of human. I really don't understand it. I don't think it really matters. It's just a great movie. I love it. Number 23, The Big Lebowski. Now, I first saw this movie when it came out at the theaters, and I was really excited to see it because it was a Coen Brothers movie, and they had just made Fargo a couple years before, and I really loved that movie. But I saw this and was very disappointed. I don't know why. I didn't get it. I didn't laugh that much. It wasn't until years later did I pick it up again, after hearing so many people talk about it and saying that it's one of the funniest movies they've seen. And I'm like, no way, no way. I watched it. Wasn't that funny. Definitely not one of the best Coen Brothers movies I'd seen at the time. But now my opinion has completely changed. Very funny film from start to finish. It gets funnier every single time you watch it. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. If you have seen it only once, give it another chance, because I guarantee you it's a downright hilarious movie. Number 22, Mulholland Drive. Some would say this is David Lynch's best film, and I'd probably agree with them. It's definitely his most hypnotic film, most rewatchable film. It's totally mesmerizing. I remember seeing this movie when it came out at a theater where it was mainly comprised of elderly people. And I just remember sitting there thinking, like, do you know what you're getting yourself into? Do you know what you're about to watch here? This is not going to be, I'm sure, something that you really, really want to watch, because I know old people and they don't like this type of stuff. The film is truly terrifying at times, even though this isn't technically a horror film. But there are so many nightmarish moments that the average so-called scary movie looks wimpish in comparison. The film follows a sort of dream logic, so don't expect any kind of easy answers here. And no, that's not Marge Simpson. Number 21, Hannah and Her Sisters. When talking about great Woody Allen films, most people bring up Annie Hall first, which is fine, it's a wonderful movie, but I think Hannah and Her Sisters is probably his best work. The entire cast in the movie gives a great performance, but my particular favorite is Michael Caine, who plays a man who's having an affair on his wife with one of, well, Hannah's sisters. You cringe at what he's doing, but you just can't help but like the guy. As with many of Allen's films, this one deals with life, love, and death, and pretty much everything else in between. I know many people don't give Woody Allen much of a chance, mainly due to some of the headlines he's made in the past, which is a real shame because he's made so many fantastic movies, and this is no doubt one of them.